You're planning a simple dinner party, but your brain is already running 17 different disaster scenarios. What if someone's allergic? What if the oven breaks? What if they cancel last minute? What if? You're exhausted before the event even starts, and you wonder, am I anxious or am I just prepared? Here's the truth. You're not broken. You're operating with a skill your brain developed to survive chaos. This pattern is called defensive pessimism, and it's especially common in Gen X and people who grew up as fast-growing children. Kids who had to adult early, navigate unstable homes, or manage unpredictable environments. Your childhood taught your brain one critical lesson. Hope for the best, but always have a backup plan. Actually, have 17 backup plans. Psychologically, this isn't a disorder. It's a high-contingency mindset. Your brain learned that the world is unpredictable, so it compensates by mapping every possible outcome. If you can imagine the disaster, you can prevent it, or at least soften the blow. This mental rehearsal feels like control in a world that often feels uncontrollable. The science backs this up. When you mentally simulate worst-case scenarios, your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, stays activated. It keeps you vigilant, scanning for threats. But here's where it gets interesting. This vigilance actually reduces panic when things do go wrong. You've already rehearsed the crisis, so you're weirdly calm when it happens. Others freeze, you execute Plan D. But there's a cost. Constant scenario building is exhausting. You're living multiple timelines simultaneously, the one that's happening and the 16 that might. Your nervous system never fully relaxes. Even good moments carry the shadow of what could go wrong. And socially, it can feel isolating. People call you a pessimist. They say, just relax or stop worrying so much. But they don't understand. This isn't worry, it's strategy. You're not expecting disaster because you're negative. You're expecting disaster because you've learned that preparation is the only reliable safety net. The key is recognizing when defensive pessimism serves you and when it drains you. Planning for emergencies before a road trip? Smart. Running disaster scenarios about a casual coffee date? Probably overkill. You can honor the skill your brain developed without letting it run your entire life. Acknowledge the scenarios quietly. Then ask, is this planning productive or am I just feeding the anxiety loop? Your brain isn't faulty. It adapted brilliantly to a high-contingency environment. But now, in calmer moments, you can teach it that not every situation requires 17 plans. Sometimes, Plan A is enough. Sometimes, no plan is needed at all. You're not a pessimist. You're a survivor with excellent risk assessment skills. The challenge now is learning when to rest. If this resonated with you, there are more people like you than you might think. People who learned to stay prepared because life once demanded it. If you want more psychology explained in a way that actually makes sense, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.